Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So first things first, yes, my hair is yellow. I did this because I'm going to New York in March for a beauty show, and I was gonna do it in like end of February and just have it for that and then change it back to blonde in April because I'm gonna be getting 22-inch extensions. These are 18 but they've been cut, so they're probably like 16, 17 inches now. But I wanted to do something fun, so yes, my hair is yellow and this is temporary, but it's very fun and I'm truly living the yellow fantasy. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my favorite nude liquid lipsticks and my favorite nude liners. Somebody had requested that I do this video, so I figured why not? So I'm just gonna dive in and get started. Alright, now a couple of these I have already talked about in previous videos, but we're just gonna talk about them anyway because they are my faves. So the first one is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide, and this is in the shade Stripped. So this is like a really super pretty, I have this in my pink nude, well, I should say in my liquid lipstick drawer. I have this in with like the nudes that have brown undertones to them. So this is really pretty. As you can tell, this is more brown than it is pink, and it's super pretty. Now this is a liquid lipstick, but they call it a lip glide, so it's a little more creamy and it does come off a little bit faster than a liquid lipstick does, because it doesn't completely dry down and it gives you that little bit of that shine. But I love this shade, love the formula. This is definitely like a formula that I would buy more of this for sure. But yeah, so that's the first one. Now this lipstick I did talk about in my 2018 favorites, and that's the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Fair Game. So like I've explained, love the applicator of the lipstick, but the shade itself I love. Now it's definitely a little darker of a nude, but it's not crazy dark. I definitely consider this a nude. It's weird. This one's a weird one. I was gonna say it's more brown, but there's definitely pink undertones to it. Now obviously for the most part, especially for like fair skin, nudes have like pink undertones to them, but this one definitely has like a mixture of both. It's more neutral, but it's such a pretty pink, and that is the second one. Now the next one is by Chanel, and the reason that I love this specific one, this is called Mary Rose. Now, okay, let me show you the shade first. I was wearing this all December. Like December, I wore nothing but this liquid lipstick, it seemed like. So it's definitely a sheer formula. So you're definitely gonna have to go in a couple times if you really want that like pigmentation. What I do is I put it down, let it sit. Put it down, let it sit. Build up the product instead of just like constantly rubbing it on and then letting it dry, because then it gets like tacky. So the formula is not like phenomenal like the other two. Well, the formula on this is not phenomenal like the Smashbox one is, but the color itself I freaking love. So this one definitely is more pink than it is brown, and it also comes with a liquid, and what am I saying, a lip gloss on the other end. So you can wear it as a liquid lipstick and then throw this clear gloss on top of it, and you can kind of get more of that shine. So that's really fun. Now I pair this with a liner, and I always pair this with a darker liner, which I do touch on what that shade is later on in the video. So I'll talk about that then, but for the meantime, this is Mary Rose by Chanel, and it is beautiful. The next one is definitely a darker liquid lipstick. You might not consider this a nude, but I do, and that's Venus Matte Liquid Lipstick by Huda Beauty. This is definitely a deeper pink. Okay, so it's not like nude, but I wanted to throw this in there because I love this formula. So like if you can find a lighter shade in this formula that is more like nude, then I would definitely suggest buying it, just because I know this formula is phenomenal. So this is definitely more brown undertone. Obviously it has pinkiness to it because it's a fucking nude liquid lipstick, but this has more of a like brown undertone to it, and I love, love, love this formula. Then I have Anastasia Beverly Hills Naked Liquid Lipstick. This one definitely is more pink undertoned. If I'm gonna pick a nude to wear, I'm always gonna go with like a more brown undertone. I don't know why. I just like those shades on myself. So this is definitely like more out of my comfort zone because it's more pink undertoned. But what I'll do is I'll pair this with like a more mauve-y brown nude liner, if that makes sense, and then I'll like work it on my lips like down to here, and then I'll blend this in so that it kind of neutralizes it. It's really, really pretty on. Honestly, it's really hard to find a fair-skinned person who this wouldn't look good on. So, I mean, and it's Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick formula, which I personally think is one of my favorites. That's what I stock my makeup kit with. Yes, they do get a little dry, but honestly, I'm okay with a dry liquid lipstick unless it's like crumbling off of my lips. I like it to dry down a little more just because then I know it's not going to smear all over my face. I know that it's going to stay on long, and I know it's going to work. So that shade again is Naked by ABH. The next one is Kat Von D in the shade Ophelia. Now this is definitely a pink peachy nude. Now I know that Kat Von D has gotten tons of like drama and like just people not liking her recently because she said that she was not going to vaccinate her child. I get that. You should vaccinate your children. But at the same time, I still love her cosmetics. Like, it's very hard for me to stop liking her shadows and her liquid lipsticks and even her liners, just because to me, they have been my go-tos for so long that I'm like, I can't bring myself to stop using them. I get people aren't a fan of hers anymore because of that, but this is a banging liquid lipstick. Put all that political stuff aside, this is a banging liquid lipstick. And like I said, this is shade Ophelia. This is definitely more peachy, definitely more pink. I don't know what it is with this formula, man. I love it. I just freaking love it. So this, again, third time's the charm, Ophelia. The next one, I don't talk about very often on my channel. I've only worn this a couple times, but I truly think that this is like a really, really pretty color. And the formula is bomb, and I love the packaging. So it's Dose of Colors in the shade Bear With Me. And this is just a traditional pink nude. It is just such a pink undertone to it. But this is such a pretty like springtime, summertime nude. Like this is like a go-to of mine in the winter, whereas these types of shades I would wear more in like the springtime because they're so like pink and peachy. The packaging I also want to point out because I love anything with frosted glass. Even though this is not glass, but it gives me that frosted glass feel. You can see the liquid lipstick inside, if I can speak. Honestly, I'm just going to say it. Same exact packaging as Jeffree Star Cosmetics, down to even the applicator. All tea, no shade. But I love the way that Dose of Colors did this because I love the frostedness of this. And yeah, it's a really great shade. And again, that's called Bear With Me. Alright, this is like a nude. Like a nude liquid lipstick. This is for my fair girls out there, or even like if you have a darker complexion and you do a dark lip liner, you could rock this. This is such a light shade. I think this is truly the lightest liquid lipstick I've ever seen, or at least that I have in my collection. And that is Libra by Kylie Cosmetics. I was obsessed with this about a year ago. Like when this first came out, I could honestly, this is like halfway empty. But it's truly one of my favorite colors. And like I've said before, you know that I am a fan of the like brown undertones. Obviously, I've said that 6 times in this video. Take a shot every single time I said it. This is like the nude, like if I could pick like my go-to ideal nude, this Libra would be it. I don't know if they still sell it because it was part of like the fall collection 2017 fall collection. And I saw it and I was like, and I need that. I should have bought 2, I should have bought 3, but it has this like brown undertone to it. In the camera it's picking up as lighter, but it is really light, but it just dries down to such a pretty color. And obviously in this video I'm just going to talk about it now because we're here. One of my favorite liners is Kylie Cosmetics Libra, and that is, as you know, how the lip kits work, the same shade. Now I really think that the liner is picking up more of the true to color shade than the lipstick is, and I just think that's because it's not fully dried down, but this is really what the shade looks like when it completely dries down. But yeah, this pair is my favorite. And the last lipstick I'm going to talk about is one that looks very weathered from the outside. Let me know if you guys still remember this. Do you guys remember when Nikkie Tutorials did that collab with Ofra? Like, look at that. I have worn it off so much just because I wore this all the time that literally all the writing came off except for the bottom. I'm so glad that Ofra came out with new packaging for their stuff because, oh my, I have ruined my lipstick packaging. So this is Nude Potion. Correct me if I'm wrong, think that they still sell this. Like, I'm pretty sure. So this, obviously, it's called Nude Potion. It was made by Nikkie Tutorials, who is very fair like myself. This, again, is another pinky nude, but it is just so pretty. Ofra's formulas are bomb. I feel like Ofra Cosmetics is a very underrated brand. Not that people don't know about it, but I feel like people don't give it as much credit as it deserves. This is probably one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas out there, along with like the Smashbox and the Kat Von D formulas. This is probably one of my favorites. So this, again, is called Nude Potion. I only have a couple of liners. I have tons and tons of liners in this cup back here, but these are like the ones that I seem to always go to and gravitate towards. So this is the one that I pair with almost everything, and that's called Completely Sepia, number 602 by Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. This is like my bomb.com favorite go-to lip liner. Now, as you can tell, it's not light nude, it's more brown. I pair this with colors like, and I'll even pair it with Libra, but shades like Naked and this one Stripped. I'll pair a darker liner with these. Like I said, take it down to like here and then put the liquid lipstick on top. It just makes, it gives that gradients of color, but then it doesn't make it look like my lips are like blending with my face. I like when there's a little bit of a darker liner because it really like makes your lips stand out and look really like you tried harder than just putting on liquid lipstick. You know what I'm saying. I do want to point out one thing that I don't like about the Kylie and the ColourPop, because the ColourPop's the next one I'm going to talk about. So when you open them, they just fall down. Like, you can sharpen this all you want. You still have to like tap it for it to do anything like this. When I first open this, it usually does that. It's called Skimpy, and this is another one of my absolute hands down favorite liners. Again, brown undertone to it. And last but not least is my Chanel liner in the shade 32. Now this, again, look at that. I spent $30 fucking in this liner and it still does that, just like Kylie and just like Colorproof. It doesn't matter how much you spend on these liners, people. You're still gonna run into the same problems. So, like I said, this is called Natural and shade 34 by Chanel. I am obsessed with this. Like, I'm not even joking. I don't even care how much this liner falls out. I'm obsessed. The liner's on one end, and there's a brush on the other end. As you can see, I haven't even messed with it. It's still, like, in its original position. But this is the shade. This I will pair with Mary Rose and get the prettiest colors. I have actually posted this a lot on my Instagram, where I'm using these two combinations. So this darkens it a little bit and really gives the lips definition. And then I put that on top of it just to kind of give it that natural nudie color. And this is like out of everything besides completely sepia and Libra, this is like my go-to pair for my liquid lipsticks and my liners. Alright, you guys, that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this and this was informational, informative for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these down below in the comment section. I am going to post a list of these down below in the description box as well. If you have not already, please hit the like button down below. Hit subscribe as well. Turn on the reminders to get a little notification every time I upload. So I think that is about it. Love you guys. See you in the next video.